Hey, yo, what's up, guys? If you don't know what that's from, that's actually from Lou from Wall Street, right? Another channel. So I just want to, start off this video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please don't take this video or this content as financial advice. Take it as entertainment and educational purposes, right? That's what it's here for. Okay, so I know today was kind of wild. I'm gonna try to get you in, get you out, right, guys? Okay, I don't have too much to say for the intro. Just of course, I know it was a bad day, but I'm still gonna be here for you guys, right? And I'm gonna give you my perspective and my thoughts on kind of what went down today, okay? So let's get to it. All right, we're just gonna hop on over to the internet, of course. And what I want to start off with, guys, is that I know AMC went down pretty hard today, but of course, in my opinion, I think it's fake. I think it's a fake price that we're looking at. So I really don't worry too much. When you mentally prepare, it doesn't affect your emotions as much, right? Because to be honest, there could be a little more downside coming, right? If you really care about the share price, well, you better get mentally prepared because it's probably going to come down. There is a lot of potential next week for it to run back up, and I'm going to go through that. But first off, right, what we're going to look over is the S&P 500 down, right, negative 1.42%. The Dow was down 176 points, negative 0.49%. And the NASDAQ was down 2.51%, negative 381 points. All right, guys. So a lot of moves to the downside today, okay? If you had puts, right, because of the news that came out yesterday, well, props to you, right? That's how you make money when the stocks are going down, when the market's going down. Yesterday was, at first, I'm talking about the inflation news. It was received, in my opinion, like okay, it's already priced in. But after today's action, well, obviously not. It was pricing it in today, okay? So let's start off by looking at BBIG, okay? I know I don't normally cover BBIG. It's Venco Ventures, but it was the big runner of yesterday and today. So yesterday it went up like 30 or 25%. Today it's up another 22%, okay? And what I want to kind of bring to you guys is you have to kind of look at this and look at AMC, and I'm going to compare them because they are kind of in a similar situation, right? BBIG has been a highly shorted stock. It's very volatile, and it moves on kind of like these news announcements that come out and whatnot. But look at this chart. I mean, I know this is what everybody wants to see with AMC, right? But what I really want to point out here is the volume. So the BBIG today had 142 million in volume, and the average is 24 million in volume. All right. So when you see this buying pressure come in, you start to see the price move, right? Now, what's kind of worrisome right now, right, if you're in this, is that the volume now is going down, okay, or like the spike. This is the 2-minute chart, so this is during the day for the whole day, right? But the past week it's up 56.9%. Now I'm overall down on BBIG because I played this a while ago and I held on, and I'm holding my shares, right? But I made a couple $100 back like between yesterday and today. Okay, so pay attention, right, to the RSI, to the MACD, right? You see how it moves and how it reacts, and it shows you. All it is, it's kind of just going off the candles, right? That's what it shows you, right? And what I also want to point out is the FTDs, okay? That's why I'm saying it's similar to AMC, because this one has a lot of FTDs as well. And look at what's interesting. The 13, the 14, the 17, and the 18 is the T plus 35 dates. So this is when they have to pay back these failure to delivers, all right? And for this stock, right, I mean, 5 million, that's a lot of volume. That's a lot of buying pressure that they're delivering these FTDs, in my opinion. That's why the price is running. So the shorts are basically covering, right? Or at least they're covering some of the positions. What I want to point out, here's the news, right, for BBIG. I was like, well, why is it going up like this, or supposedly why, right? So it topped out at $12 in September last year. Since then, it's been on a one-way traffic down under 3. Right now, it's at 364. Despite yesterday's 23% pop, now a gain of that amount will get retail traders talking, right? Of course, it's going to get everyone hyped. And this is certainly the case this morning. Can this momentum be sustained that it's built? That's what we're waiting on, because this has had runs kind of like this in the past, right? But the reason is that for yesterday's action or acceleration is not clear, but from gleaning through social media chatter, the focus appears to be on the Venco Ventures spinoff of Cryptide, right? Cryptide is another acquisition vehicle that will specialize in the blockchain area of business. Social media was all right yesterday, and with news of Cryptide's staff hires and development of a website. If it does make you wonder about the current market environment, we find ourselves such developments lead to a 23% pop in the share price. Oh well, speculation is alive then, right? So that's what I want to say, that like it's having some FOMO. That's some FOMO that is taking place there, but it also is, in my opinion, the has to do with the FTDs and them having to deliver these, right? Because this has been shorted. Like I've seen 30 some percent, 20 some percent, right? And I doubt that this news is what got everybody hyped again to cause this. All right. So yeah, look, I mean, just to kind of like give you a different view on AMC, guys. I know that the price going down, you know, sucks, but look at what happens when shorts cover, right? You see the volume come in. Look at the RSI, it's up, right? This still has room to run here, in my opinion. You see how much buying pressure came in here. The same thing can happen again right here, right? Because of FOMO and whatnot. And look, it got rejected off the CMA right now. It's touching it, so it's going to see if it can test it and come through. And look at this. It's a very similar chart, guys, to AMC. You have this huge pop, comes down, a little run, and it comes down, down, down. What this has been doing like for months now, down, down, down. And then all of a sudden you get the push, right? And that's what we're all waiting for on AMC. Now, I can see AMC popping off next week, okay? And that's just because of the options chain. Last thing I'm going to touch on here with BBIG, guys, look, is all right, the fails to deliver were high, and I'm guessing that's why you see this run up, okay? So where's let's see, let me find the options chain, right? So the BBIG options chain, guys, for next week on the 21st looks absolutely filthy. That means there's still a lot of potential if you want to play this, right? Not financial advice, but there is momentum here, guys. If you're a momentum player, look at these. These are all open interest and calls, guys, right? $4, $4.55, all the way to 10. And then this goes all the way to 20 and 24, right? Look at how much you have to multiply this times 100, right? That's what it represents, each of the shares, right? So not a lot of puts. There is some at the 350, right? But like once to the 13, there's pretty much nothing after that, right? So this is what causes gamma squeezes. This is what could cause this price to go from $3.60 that people are, the strikes go all the way to $24, right around that range, right? So some people, I bet you're going to be calling like $30, right? Just to give you an idea. Now here's the AMC chart, guys. You know, we can look at this, but it's not really gonna, you know, tell us much. I am gonna delete most of this stuff, you know, just to pay attention. This is what I was paying attention to, was this double, maybe it's a triple bottom, and we're gonna start to get this push up. But I'm gonna delete and clean this up a little bit. All right.
Delete that because it didn't play out exactly how I thought it would, right? I thought the cycle would come up a lot faster. I don't see that happening right now. So let's clean this up. This trend line is already broken, right? So let's clear that up. And one more here.
I'm gonna extend a Fibonacci retracement on here. So let's get rid of a couple more lines here. Delete. To me right now, the only real important line is that 2850, right? We want to see it reclaim that level, because there could be more downside, guys. I mean, the gap fill, you know, would be, the next one would be right around here, around the $17 range. So just be mentally prepared, right, for tomorrow. It could come down to $17, $18. All right, this blue one, delete now, and this one. Of course, we can always draw this again later, but I want to use one of the Fibonacci's just to kind of see where it's at. All right, drawings. Fibonacci extension. You're going to take a bottom, the top, and then the lowest bottom you can find. Now, this is why this is what people are going to be saying, right? Like, this looks really bearish, of course, because it broke the final line here. Not once, you know, but twice. So that's why we could continue to see this downside. But again, comparing it to something else that has been highly shorted, which was like BBIG, it was the same chart, guys. You have a pop, comes down, it comes up, and then it just goes down, 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 down. it's going to get to a point where they will start covering, guys, right? We just don't know when or how or whatever. But a lot of times it could be a catalyst that causes this spike, okay? So let's get rid of this. You know, that's where we're at right now, you know, just giving it to you straight. RSI is super low, which means it's indicating that it's oversold. Volume is right where the average is, right? But what I do want to just really point out is going to be the order flow, okay? Check this out. Well, you have 136 million coming in and 131 going out. 45 versus 41, which means retail was buying shares today, okay? But you still see this negative 9%. Now, the reason I think it's manipulated is because if it would have hit negative 10% or more, the SSR rule would have popped up, right? So here's 89 versus 89, pretty even there. But large institutions, we're picking up orders, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the options chain. And like, you know, Tyler Wilson, if you watch his videos, he's been calling a little bit of downside, and that has to do with this information on the options chain, okay? This is for this for Friday, for tomorrow, the expiration for tomorrow. The max pain is $23, right? So you could see that these were the calls. These were in the money, right? Pretty much at the beginning of the week, and they pushed them out of the money. I don't think they're going to try to push this down any further, like besides the $20. Look at the $20 area. We have this $20 strike, 15,000 right there. They just got these in the money today, right? So 12, 15, these are all puts. They would have been in trouble if we would have started passing this 25 and this way, right? But the market makers, you know, they want to line their pockets, guys. So they're going to push the price down and get as many puts as they can in the money, all right? And just to kind of try to give you some headspace right here, something to think about. You see, this is the information, right? So the red is going to be the short volume. And as you know, they short us about 50-60% every single day, right? So imagine what the price would be if it didn't have so much short selling volume just on top of the regular volume. And it shows it right here, okay? So when we have 13 million volume, they're shorting 8 million shares, right? Which means they're selling them, right? They're creating that selling pressure. When you have 18 million volume, they're selling 10 million, right? Even when we have high volume, or like the highest that I see here right now, 26 million, they're shorting 16 million shares. 61%, guys, 50%, right? That's just not, you know, normal. In my opinion, that just is like, that's what's holding down this price, right? Obviously. So this correlates where when they have been actually shorting more, right? As you know, the short interest has been going up again to the $19-20 range. And when they don't short us, right? Like right here, they stopped shorting a little bit. What happened? The price went up. The blue line here, this is the price. Oh no, that's the short percentage. Okay. But when they don't short us, right? What happens? The price goes up. And that's the short volume. I was just hoping this would give you a clearer picture and more conviction if you're kind of doubting everything or whatever, right? So yeah, and then the last thing, you know, with AMC I want to say is that we have this mixed bag, right? So there's this article, we all know that Adam Aaron has been selling shares, and then yesterday people were also saying that he bought shares, right? So we have a conflicting you know, report here that they're saying that that Adam CEO is selling shares, right? He disclosed that he sold 7.1 million worth of stock on Tuesday, but if you watch Al from Boston, his video, he was showing the Bloomberg terminal, and it was saying that he bought shares in the beginning of January, okay? And we have this tweet, right, that he said that back in August, I agreed that I'd sell, right, some. And now he was saying that those sales are now all finished. I still own or plan to invest in 2.3 million shares. I am in. Honestly, I mean, this isn't really helping us at the moment, right? We kind of already got over that, the apes that he was selling and all that. We knew he was going to, and this isn't really the catalyst that we're looking for, okay? So yeah, I don't know why, you know, they're saying that he's buying and selling. I'm not sure which one it is, right? But we have this both sides are reporting that he's buying and selling. All right, so I just wanted to point that out. Cool. So let's go ahead and move on to LUCID, guys, real quick. We drew this out yesterday, right, we talked about the Fibonacci's here, and it broke everything. Okay, so obviously the EMAs after this run here hit this line, right? Obviously, because it's a Fibonacci level, and it's been having struggles there in the past, right, to move above that. Even when we go back here, you can see that right here is the same price area where it broke down, right, and started going down. Now there is FUD, the inflation news, all that. Also, what the analysts are pointing out, that even though they announced they're building a new factory in Saudi, it's not going to be until 2025, so it's going to be a couple years, right? But what is cool is that they're building them here, at least the showrooms in the US, right? I drove by today, a part of the city where they're building a new Lucid showroom, and it's right where all the money is, right? The wealthy people or whatnot. Okay, so yeah, you see this run. So my expectation, guys, it might come down to test this 40 again. This is where you saw it come up. And remember that the lockup period is on the 19th, or yeah, I believe January 19th is the date. So we might see some more selling pressure come in, all right, if we don't see another news catalyst or whatever. But remember, it also has this support at around 39.20. Okay. So I want to see a bounce, a reverse. If you're bullish, right, that's what we want to come back and test this area, see what happens. But if you're bearish, right, you're going to start to see it come down and test these levels. All right, volume was 35, pretty low. 75 million is the average. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the options chain, and this is for next week. Okay, this is for this is BBIG. Already went over that for Lucid. Okay. For Lucid right here, you got the options chain for next week, right? So a lot of calls are in the money right now. This is the key level right here, the 40, right? Because you still have a lot of potential to get a kind of like a gamma squeeze effect, right? If you continue to see this price action go up. But there is a lot of puts as well, guys, right? So they're betting that it's going to come down to around $35, right? That range by next week. I don't think it would drop this much. That would be pretty extreme, but there is some action here, right? There's a lot of open interest on the puts, on betting. People are betting that the price will come down. And now this part, so the Motley tool, why Lucid dropped again today. And again, I mean, these guys flip-flop a lot, right? Like one day they're super bullish, one day they're super bearish. And again, just what they're pointing out is that, it has to grow. Lucid has to grow into its valuation. It's got a high valuation right now because of the share price and all that. But that means that people are investing for the future of it, right? They're looking forward. It's kind of like Tesla, right? But it's saying if Lucid passes these milestones as planned in time and schedule, investors can look forward to a whole lot of optimistic press releases between now and 2027. They went all the way to 2027. The kind of positive PR that can sustain a stock even at unreasonable levels of valuation, like Tesla, right? Any failure to meet expectations, however, could lead to more down days, of course, which feel like a lot like today. But today, guys, was a damper on the whole market, right? You saw a lot of stocks go down between 5 and 10%, 15%. And BBIG was one of the few that was running, but that's because of other things going on, right, with the FTDs. And like I said, the volume was insane. I want to see a continuation of that volume, right? All right, guys, that's it for Lucid today. And I'm not really going to spend too much time on Bitfarms either. We got the chart here. It obviously broke this trend line, right? So again, it's coming back down. And these are the Bollinger Bands. It's going to test this. That's why it's touching right there. It's going to see if not, it'll break down again to this $4 area. That's at 458. But also remember that it moves with crypto, it moves with Bitcoin. Bitcoin got up to like 44, fell down to 42, 41. So this is moving with it, okay? No news. I showed you what I found yesterday. My conviction stays the same, guys. I don't see any reason to unload these for now, right? I see this being as a temporary thing, and we'll be able to recover soon, all right? So yeah. That's the chart for you. Big downtrend, guys, right? It's been trying to 2 times it tried to break the downtrend. So we'll see when it actually breaks it and makes its way back up. The first resistance level, oops, not that one. The first resistance level will be this yellow line. And that's right around the $6 area. It's a 630, okay? If it does start to bounce and make its way back up. If you're bearish, well, it'll start to come back to test this support, but you have to remember there is a lot of support here at this range. This is where it took off multiple times. Again, it bounced off there, it bounced off there, right? So it does have a good amount of support at $4. So I don't see it going any lower than $4, all right? But anything can happen, guys, right? I don't know what the future, I don't know what what's gonna happen day to day. But the charting and all that, that's what helps you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just look over Loopring. It's right back where it was at $1.50, right? Nothing crazy, it's just kind of stabilizing. And like we said, low volume, very, very low volume. Binds, we're still seeing more buying. That means people are accumulating shares and whatnot. So 2 billion. Yeah, but same thing, just the matching candle, which just brings it right back to where it is. And like I said, if it comes down, it's going to come down and test this final line of support here coming from the rip. Okay. But they're just kind of moving kind of slow, right? We're expecting them to put out news and we're all waiting to see what happens, but nothing official has been out. And I do know that there is a meeting coming up for the like having to do with the Fed and crypto. But one bullish thing that I saw was that Jerome Powell, he did say that crypto and the dollar could coexist, that he's not necessarily afraid of crypto knocking out the dollar or whatever, although most people do kind of think that would be the future, right, if you're involved in crypto. But that would be a story for another day, I would say. Okay, guys, yeah, I just wanted to point out, right, to keep your head mentally strong, to look at different perspectives, guys. I know that the share price right now is looking ugly for AMC. It's like, especially after seeing that rip, if you've been riding this, okay, but it's just about holding, all right? Until those shorts cover, they're gonna need our shares, and that's when we will decide at what price we will sell the shares at, okay? All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Let's get out of here and have a great day, okay? See you guys tomorrow.